What's good, YouTube? And welcome back to another episode of our journey down the path to victory road. In this episode, we're going to be highlighting the solo king himself, Metagross vmax. In this episode, we're going to be capturing a bunch of different things here. I'm going to show you the deck list and then a couple of battles, hopefully, and I want to know your guys' thoughts and comments on this deck build. I think this deck runs a heck of a lot better in the expanded format than standard, and I will explain why in a few minutes. But before I just start rambling on, let's get into the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell button so you can see future videos. Now let's get into the deck build. So in this deck we are only using Metagross V and vmax because the whole object is to get one vmax out and only one at a time as soon as we can, as fast as possible, because we are completely relying on max rush. During your next turn, this Pokemon's max rush attack does 150 more damage. At first I thought it meant like any Metagross VMAX, but if you get hit with a boss's orders or anything that makes you switch whatsoever, it will break your max rush chain and you will have to start off at 100 again instead of doing 250 damage. So we got a few things going on. Because this is the only card we are relying on. He is not only the solo king, he is the heal king. We have so many, and I mean so many different ways to heal in this deck. From our ice cream to our cheese to multiple different kinds of potions, sweet honey, we even got a couple of towels, Crystal Cave, where we need to fight in always. That's why we're running 4 of these things in our deck. Couple of cooks, serving up that good grub. Last but not least, the Pokemon Center Lady. So if we get hit with confusions or anything like that, the Pokemon Center Lady is what will help us. So what makes this deck so broken in this format is this weakness guard energy. So this makes it so we have no weakness to fire. There's a bunch of new fire decks that are starting to slowly peek their way through, especially because of the new sets coming out, like the new Go Charizard. I'm seeing Centiskorch, Charizard VMAX. I'm seeing a whole bunch of different kind of fire decks starting to make a bit of a comeback. So this is really interesting. For those Reggie decks and Eternius, any of those decks that rely on a big bench, Avery helps deal with that. Suicune, Reich, any of the legendary dogs, those kind of decks. And because we are only running just the one active Pokemon, this is going to make us shuffle our hand into our deck. We are then going to draw 8 cards. So that is crazy, especially when every turn we need to heal and heal as much as we can. I know I thought 11 energies was a little much considering we only need 2 energies to attack. That's why I also figured with all the energies, we also have the super potions. They might use a crushing hammer or different kind of things that destroy your energies. So this makes it very useful in that regards, so that we don't have to worry all too much. I'll leave 2 on him the majority of the time until I need to get into the 3rd, and I'll only get into a 3rd energy on him when I know I'm going to go and toss it. I usually normally always have it, not always, but the better majority of the time I have some kind of energy in my hand. So if I do get crushed or anything like that, then I should be okay to recover, to not have to break the chain of my rush there, doing 250 damage per attack. So now let's get into a few battles. Oh, and I did forget to mention I cannot pronounce her name for the life of me. It's like Phoebe. I cannot pronounce that. Go ahead, roast me in the comments. During this turn, damage from your vmax attacks isn't affected by the effects of your opponent's active Pokemon. So I'm going to be using that against Decidueye. I'm going to be using that against Miltank that you're seeing everywhere. Anything that is going to try to prevent my V Pokemon or anything with special energy from attacking. Duraludon can be a pain in the ass. Because if we don't notice early enough that it's a Duraludon deck, we will put up a weakness energy fairly early. So that's something to be mindful of. The only way to get rid of it is trying to land a super potion. So there's that to keep in mind. But anyways, we have her, and we also have the boss's orders that helps us stall into other things so we can still take a chance against those Decidueye, Miltank, any of those kind of decks. And then we have the Pel Pad, which is going to allow us to not only get back any kind of critical supporter that we need, and every supporter here is very, very useful. So it will all make sense in the very end. And to finish the deck list off, we got the big charm. This is going to make our vmax's HP 350, I do believe. 360. So it is not every deck that can put out 360 damage, and for them to be able to do that much damage usually takes quite a bit of setup. So there is a good chance he's going to even be able to take on attacks that are he's weak to. I've seen him take on Charizard VMAXs and everything else because of the weakness guards and stuff like that. And the super high HP count makes this deck super, super hard to beat. Alright, now let's get into the video. Alright, as you can see here, we're on a win streak of 3. I actually just had a win streak of 8 get broken. So I was just testing out the deck before I decided to make the video. And it doesn't really matter if I go first or second. Just in case though, going second is kind of helpful, I guess is a way to put it. Considering some of our support cards allows us to draw more. If we go first, we get to start setting up our Metagross faster. So there's pros and cons to either or, right? So we can either make sure we get that vmax in our hand fast, or we can make sure we have, you get what I'm saying? So it looks like we are facing a mu deck. Awesome. Whoops, I almost done screwed up. I'm just gonna attack right now. Oh nice, 2 heads, that's always nice. So right now we have 250 HP that they need to try to get through. I don't know if it's actually possible, but we'll see. I don't know if they'll be able to do that. Oh, maybe. 220 damage could be possible, but unlikely. He's trying hard. He's trying really hard here. Yep, come on. Keep it coming. I'm only half set up. I was 75%, but then you messed that up. Like, this deck does get a couple of bad matchups. You do end up pulling a dead draw every now and then. It happens to the best of decks. The fact that we didn't even get a single card to draw, right, does kind of sting a little bit. 120, okay. So what we're gonna do here is start healing right off the bat. Should I leave the 30 damage? I can clear it, but I don't want to give him anything. Yeah, screw it. Screw it. Alright, my dude. Show him why you're the solo king. Yikes. That doesn't help out all too much. Oh man. Okay. It's just a straight meloetta deck, I see. Alright, he's kind of going crazy with it. I've seen these kind of decks though deck out if he's not careful. Good combo. Very good combo. Alright. So what I think I'm gonna do, start healing up. And I should probably boss orders into one of those genesects of his that does not have anything attached. Yeet. Get out of here, Meloetta. Nobody likes you. Overplayed. Sweet. We have not missed a single coin flip. And this is still a very slow match. I have not had a match as slow as this in quite a long time. Oh, he's gonna hate me. There we go. Now just to get the deck moving a little bit, if we're not at least drawing every turn, we need to be at least searching. And now this is what is going to save our life, the zap traction. So what we are looking for, because this is going to allow us to fish out anything we need out of our deck. We need a new hand and a big charm. Very important right now. We're pretty set up next turn. Alright, let's go. Alright. So, we got some spices going on here. We are going to take a super potion. And an energy. He has no fire, so I'm not too worried. But he might have something that specifically targets special energy. So I'm not down for that. I'm not playing any games. I'm just going to do things pretty straight with some basics. Plus, if he tries to kill, if he kills my main energy, I want to make sure I have a backup. So there's that as well. Holy guy. $310. Close, but no cigar. So we have a lot of healing we gotta do here. So we're going to do our stadium. We're going to do a standard potion. Now we're going to do a honey pot. Nope. You know what? Get you out of the way. You know what? This is probably a good idea. I can't guarantee he's gonna survive. And because of that, I'm breaking my tradition and I'm gonna play 1. And then he's just gonna get soloed right off the bat. So this is the only time I ever do this is when I can't guarantee my survival from all of his different cards there that helps him do an extra 30 damage. So he can do a realistically 30 times 4, and like I thought, he might have died there. There's nothing I could have done about that. That's okay. We got a fresh start. We got a fresh start. A very fresh start. Okay. So when I go and zap here, I'm going to make sure I am completely fishing out cards that are going to help a lot for healing. I might actually grab 2 of these guys. Come on. I'm dead. He decked out. But that was what makes him the solo king. It will either stall them out long enough where they deck themselves out just trying to get through him, or you end up just wiping through everything. It is so gross. I usually don't end up with such a broken hand like that. But once you get that running, as you see, it starts going very fast. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button. I'll see you in another video. Peace.